What's going on, family? I hope everybody is doing well. It's been, I ain't even keep track. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's been a couple weeks since I've been able to get around to doing Mindful Monday. So I'm still learning my balance, learning that healthy balance between, momhood, entrepreneurship, and taking care of all of the different businesses and things like that I have on top of having several jobs. So, just take things step by step, day by day. So, first of all, happy Valentine's Day. Happy Love Day to everybody out there. I hope you're doing something that makes you feel, makes yourself feel loved. And just know that you are love. You don't have to feel love to be love. Like, we are love. We are all made from love. Every atom, every particle is all made from love. So, happy Valentine's Day to everybody. But Mindful Mondays, we are going to get into a couple of things that you guys can do to help you, stay mindful, stay grounded, um, do things to protect yourself and protect the earth, all that kind of stuff. So, we are going to start with utilizing vegetables. So, you guys, there's plenty of vegetables as long as you have like a spiralizer. There's a lot of vegetables that you guys will be able to use to make, noodles, cheese, um, like colored powders, fruit powders, and things like that too. So, um, I'm actually going to be doing on what's that? What day is that? On DIY Thursday over on Detroit Bougie Burgers, my Detroit Bougie Burgers page. We're going to be showing you guys how you can make your own fruit powders and vegetable powders and things like that. And you can use that to dye clothes, to paint, to, you know, whatever you will use colored powder for. You can use it in place of food coloring, all kinds of different things. So we're going to be getting into that, but definitely make sure you're utilizing the complete vegetable. So we can take out the seeds, dry the seeds, and use those. If you're noticing that some of your fruits or vegetables are starting to go bad, definitely chop it up and freeze it. You guys can blend it up if it's something like spinach, things like that. Just wash it off really well, blend it up, and freeze it into cubes, and you can use those cubes inside of smoothies. So, this is leading me to eliminating waste. We have to find a way to eliminate waste as much as possible. So, with that being said, I have been saving my tea, my pouches of tea. And first of all, it's better to buy loose tea because that way you're not using the packaging. Um, but if you guys cannot do that, then you guys can, save your tea bags and things like that. And you can actually brew yourself another cup of tea, or you can just throw your tea bag into some water. I knew that was going to happen. It probably just cut my sound off. Yeah, I'm sorry about this. Give me a second. Well, hopefully you guys can hear me. If not, then I will still put my information for you guys to get to my YouTube right now in the comment section. My YouTube page is Chocolate Star Tarot, and I don't just do tarot and things like that over there. We talk about everything. So, yeah, eliminating waste. So take your tea bags. You can brew them again. If you like a weaker tea, if you don't really like strong tea, then you can reuse your tea bags as many times as you want. But I found that, especially with green tea, I take my tea bags after I've used them about 2 or 3 times. I brew some more tea, and then I actually freeze those ice cubes, and I use that inside of my smoothies. So pour your little tea into some ice trays, throw it in the freezer, put it in a plastic bag, and that way you'll be able to have some good tea and things like that. And green tea is actually really good for antioxidants and things like that too, which is really good for your skin. So get into it. Also, if you don't have a high-powered blender, definitely invest in one, especially if you are, I mean, everybody needs a blender nowadays, but especially if you are trying to invest in your health. And by investing in your health, you're investing in your wealth. But by getting a high-powered blender, you guys will be able to make all kinds of powders and soups and sauces, and the possibilities are completely endless. So definitely get yourself a high powered blender. Also, getting into more books. I came across somebody who gave me a whole list of different books that you can read. So if you guys want to check some of these out, just go ahead and take a screenshot. And I'll put this information down below too. But yeah, know your history. Know your history. It's important. Our ancestors gave us the blueprint for the future through our history. So just know that. What's next? Watch your wording, loved ones. Make sure you guys are watching the way you're speaking to other people and more specifically to yourself. You know, I don't want y'all to be doing spells on yourself by speaking poorly or illy upon your own life. Your words have more power than you could ever realize. So you guys have to be very, very mindful about the way that you are speaking. Also, English is witchcraft. So you have to be very careful in the way that you are speaking about yourself. Um, Start journaling and writing things down for our future ancestors. So I don't know when this stopped happening, but you know, back in the 1920s and things like that, our great grandmothers, they were writing down like the diets that they used to eat and their old recipes and little things that they did to help themselves, you know, like tinctures or how they were able to heal like wounds and things like that too. So we need to get back to that so that our future ancestors will have something to look back on. Also, these times are really crazy right now. And I mean, it's good for you to be able to go back and look at the times and how things have changed and elevated, but it's also good for our future ancestors to be able to have some type of baseline to go back to or some type of a reference to go back to, because we can't depend on these books, especially in the schools. We can never depend on the books to tell us anything but lies. So build your build your future for your ancestors. Um, Wednesday. Wednesday is Ash Wednesday. Um, I don't know where this just came from. This, if y'all are fearful that we are about to go to war with Russia, that's you adding fuel to the fire right there. We need to think way more positive thoughts. The collective energy is really, really strong and powerful right now, and there I feel like the media is throwing us down a tunnel of only dark, low vibrational thinking because they feed off of that energy. America feeds off of fear. America lives off of fear, literally. So, you guys, you know, redirect your brain, hold space for, um, what's the proper word? Hold space for peace. Oh, that's funny because I had peace right here. I trying to follow my notes, y'all, because I'm a Sag and I can get really distracted easily. So, also, ground yourself in the morning time. I find that I need to ground myself several times a day. I kind of struggle with ADD, and you know that comes in with make sure you are consuming brain foods as well too, so you'll be able to take away your brain fog and you know keep a sharp mental. But anyway, Ash Wednesday and a full moon in Leo is coming up on this Wednesday, February 19th. So make sure you guys are, you know, listening to your body. See what your body wants to get rid of, or, you know, follow your intuition. If your body or your spirit has been telling you, hey, well, maybe we don't need this, and we could probably go without this, you know, things like that, then do that. So with the full moon in Leo combining with Ash Wednesday, this is just further confirmation that we need to let go of things that are not serving us. We need to have the strength. The Leo is the strength card in tarot. We need to have the strength to let go of things that do not serve us, especially, you know, we can become addicted to toxicity. It's very easy to become addicted to toxicity. but we have to be in a place where we have the strength to move forward and realize that this is not the example that we want to set for the collective. This is not the example that we want to set for our kids. This is not the example that we want to set for ourselves. Our heart has a memory just as well as our brain. We cannot teach our heart that toxicity is acceptable. We can't do that. So, on Wednesday, it's definitely a very, very powerful time to get into fasting and praying. Literally, fast, petition, whatever you want to say, pray, petition, meditate, manifest, whatever you got to do. But we need to get into going within and then cleansing our temple so that we'll be able to go out and clean up the earth when it's time for us to get outside again. So, um, I also heard that 2023 is going to be very similar to 1969. So I don't know if a lot of you guys were alive in 1969 or if you remember the things that happened in 1969, but it was a very, um, not tumultuous, but it was a very, we were on the precipice of something new. The times were definitely changing. Times were, they were revolutionized. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. So, with that being said, check out the movie Summer of Sounds. I believe it's on either Netflix or YouTube or not Netflix, YouTube and Disney Plus. But it's an excellent movie. It's about things that were going on in the summer of 1969 in Harlem, and it was just so beautiful. It's just wonderful to be able to look back and have a reference point as to the amazing things that have always been happening in our community, especially in the Black community, because they really try to down us and downplay the excellent things that we were doing for ourselves and for our people. And, that was systemically taken away from us, repeatedly, systemically taken away from us every single opportunity that the government is provided with. So, we have to remember, we have to open up our eyes. It's good to detach from social media so that you'll be able to get back in contact with your Akashic records and actually figure out what the real is, figure out what's really going on within yourself and in the collective, and what your part, what you can do to help. So that's my rant about that. Um, Next, we have making your own cleaning chemicals. So a lot of us, I know if you stay in Michigan, we have plenty of evergreen trees around here. You guys can pick off a branch of evergreen, put it in some vinegar, add half a lemon, and let it soak for maybe a week or two, and that's your own cleaning chemicals right there. I can actually grab a couple of bottles, but I make my own cleaning chemicals. I use lemon, evergreen, sage, vinegar, strawberry tops, to make the stuff smell good. Like, you can use all kinds of different things, and you can just recycle your old containers, your old cleaning chemical containers, and that's also a way for you to have non-toxic products in your home as well. And with that being said, I know I'm always preaching recycling, which recycling is something that we should do, but America does not even have the proper technology to recycle. So we end up sending our recycling, our recyclable products to India. India burns them. There is a big, huge, floating garbage blob in the middle of our ocean. Think about our wildlife. Think about our people. Think about everything. Like, we can't just keep shipping off our recyclable goods to third world countries and getting the people that live in third world countries even sicker. That doesn't make earth sense. So we need to start recycling and reusing our own products. Make sure you guys, whenever you're going out, and if you are buying plastic products or if you're using plastic products, make sure it says BPA free. If it's BPA free, you can reuse it as many times as you want to. Literally, you can use it for anything also. So please, 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 please save y'all containers. Use it for anything in your household, but do anything but throw it away, because that's not going to help our earth. Um, what's next? Sharing resources. Community is important more than ever right now. That's self-explanatory. You guys see the climate that we're in right now, and the corporations and the big corporations and big pharma and federal governments and things like that, and certain people that have, certain specific interests. They would do anything for us to get back outside, but they don't want to provide any solutions as to how we're going to get to living in this new reality. And with that being said, homelessness was already an issue in America, but now it's absolutely out of control. There are more homeless people now than there were in 2015. I was homeless between 2015 and 2019. That entire time. There are more people that are going to be homeless now and this year than I don't even know. Like there aren't even any words to describe how bad this housing and homeless crisis is going to get, unfortunately, this year. And our governments, they don't have enough money to take care of the things that they're supposed to take care of. They don't have the heart either, to be honest, because there's been billions of dollars that have been poured into these shelters, especially specifically a shelter that I used to stay in Detroit gets millions of dollars, but yet we were showering in mold and we had no hot water, and they expected us to pay bills in the shelter. So how does that work? Where's the money going? Why are we not housing these people? All of these blighted houses, old apartment complexes, all this kind of stuff, you guys can spend that money to fix that up instead of putting people through housing forth, rehabilitation. And, sometimes that's necessary, but rehabilitation, gainful employment, living inside of transitional housing for a minimum of 6 to 9 months. There are some people that are living in transitional housing for 5 to 7 to 8 to 10 years. That doesn't make sense when we have so much land on our planet for people to live. So with that being said, if you can share your space, or if you can rent space, or, open up your doors, open up your home to other people, or if you're a single mother and you're friends with another single mom and you guys come together and you guys get a house together, things like that, pull your resources all together. That's what we have to start getting back to, because we cannot depend on the government, the same government that got us in this fucked up situation. We can never depend on them to fix the problem. It's not their job. Literally, they don't care. So community is more important than anything. Make sure you guys are helping in your community, building up your community, sharing your resources in your community, all that kind of stuff. Oh wow, I think that was it. So yeah, that was I kind of got really serious, but I'm just passionate about what I speak about. I knew this was gonna happen. But like I said, hopefully you guys can hear me. But I thank you guys so much for tuning in to Mindful Mondays. I hope that this was helpful to you guys, bring you guys some more tips about sustainability and, just the climate of what's going on right now. And hopefully this can help us to stay mindful and stay peaceful and keep elevating the consciousness of the earth and elevating the vibrations of the earth as well. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in, and I will catch you next Monday. Now, make sure you guys follow us at Detroit Bougie Burgers, Detroit_Bougie Burgers, because we'll be there tomorrow for our Try It Tuesdays. We have a couple of Michigan-based companies that we are going to amplify, some small businesses, some Black-owned businesses as well. So make sure you guys follow us over there tomorrow. So thank you so much for tuning in. Stay patient, stay grounded, stay loving, stay positive, and I'll catch y'all next week. Ashe. Ashe, YouTube.